Hi there, I'm back. Happy 2026. I haven't done this in so long that I'm kinda afraid I've forgotten how to do it. But hopefully this will be a good regular stream. Hi there, Kieran. Let's not I'm right back to Inazuma 11 by the way, and let's not skip the opening this time. Last time I have this dial on my keyboard that I used to change the volume, and I found out that turning it makes the game recognize that as an input and it skips the opening. It's weird. We are now at the point where I can name every character, every main character in this opening. It's been half a month since the last one. It's like the time when I had to go on hiatus. Kyori Mappa Cider. I wanted to ask if you could tell me what beans give what stat. I can show you that once the opening is over. It's pretty easy to understand. It's something we haven't gotten into in this stream yet because I still were into the story mode. But I can start by explaining that as well. So let me open my Team Dock. By the way, I will be using this thing. I plan to use this thing tomorrow when I'll play a bit of Chronicle mode. But for now, just focus on the matter at hand. So Beans Art is an equipable item that you give to raise the stats of your players. Giving them one bean will raise the bean's corresponding stat by 1. There's 1, 2, 3. 7 of them, which corresponds to 7 attributes every player has. Now, they make it a bit difficult by not to just naming the beans after the stat they increase. But if you look at your items... you can just do this. You go to your item menu, press X, which shows the description of each item. And this tells you what every bean is raising. So this is agility, this is physical, this is pressure, and so forth. Now that wasn't part of your question, but I think it's also worth noting. To farm beans, you will do that most of the time in Chronicle mode. And the way Chronicle mode works is that every other battle will give you a different set of beans. So for example, I think beating Royal Academy will give you a set of 3 or 4 beans that are more relevant for forwards and midfielders. Beating Inazuma Kids will give you a different set that's more for defenders and goalkeepers. Then Okkoto it's like for the midfielder beans again, and Wild is defender goalkeepers again. And they keep alternating like that. So if you wanna farm all beans, you just pick 2 adjacent things in Chronicle mode and farm them, both of them. A roleplay thing where your 2 heroes are Saryu and Genda. Oh, that's nice. I'm surprised that Genda has a hero version, but I like that he has one. He was my main goalkeeper when I played Galaxy on the 3DS. I did briefly consider having him as my goalkeeper in this game as well, but I ended up going with a different player. Now I don't think you really have to worry about what like which beans to give to each player, because you can just use the quick equip shortcut, and that to give you the relevant means for that player's position. You just have to farm lots of them. Like, once you have a team that can beat hero battles on full commander mode, which is easier now since they improved the AI, you can farm a lot of wins pretty fast. How long have you been an Inazuma 11 fan? I have watched the anime on TV, the classic one, and I've played every mainline game up until Victory World. So I am a pretty old fan. And now what were we doing story mode again? It's been half a month. I recall I was in the middle of doing some side quests. In the plot, I believe I was... in this, we were investigating an incident between the Nagumohara's football club and baseball club in the past that got the football club suspended. Favorite player, favorite team, and favorite game season. I see, my favorite character is Karia from Inazuma 11 Go. Favorite team is a more difficult one because I don't have one off the top of my head. If I was still in the Chronicle mode, I could look at the things and it would be easier to decide on that. I feel my favorite thing could have been Chronostorm, the version that has Sakori on it, if Karia was part of Chronostorm, but he isn't. He kind of got robbed of a position there. I also have to go to downtown. It's not in downtown. I do like Giro, that's Meia's scene from Chronostorm quite a bit. I'm trying to think of some other contender. Also not here, these are probably for other side quests. Might be in the old shipyard. I think I switch what side quest I'm focusing on. I forgot how you do that. Favorite player is now Hoshimura. Favorite team is Kidokawa. Your favorite season is Orion. I don't know that player by name. I have to look it up. Oh, it's the girl from this game's new Raimon. I see. I also remember I could, but it was like kinda out of the way in the menu. I guess there isn't just a menu for current quests or something. Oh, it's here. Let's focus on this one. I forgot I opened the mean up. Oh, that's all. Now, continuing on that, favorite game in season is also a difficult one. Favorite game is probably Inazuma Eleven VR, just because I think it has the best gameplay progression, it has the most freedom to build your team. Now, favorite season, like plot-wise, I'm not sure, because I'm not a huge fan of any of them, like if it's only plot-wise.
いちごカステラパフェ狙い？みどりさんに聞いたんだけど、あれは期間限定で、もう終わっちゃったって言ってたわ。
It could be Chronoson, because it has like my top three characters are all in that season, but the plot itself does get a bit tiring with what with you playing this against the same team over and over again. I feel obligated to use Bilal Kali on my team, especially when he has a super clutch character in my IE3 playthrough. This is a very cool thing about this game, what with it having every single character from the past. You can bring back all the characters used in your playthroughs of past games if you are a long-time fan. To some extent, I did just that on my team in Victory Road. And you can like mix and match them together, because for example, characters from the original and Go would sometimes never show up in the same game up until now. You could never use them together. I like this art myself as a menace for quite a while. Yeah, I hear he's pretty good in this game as well as a goalkeeper. He's also got a hyper move where if you activate it, he like turns into his other form where he has like the red glowing eyes. I confess I was speaking here and I was not paying attention to the dialogue there, but it's just a side quest. I didn't mean to clear it. She's leaving the dance club, that's huge news. They're gossiping about us. Am I not... Am I supposed to leave? Alright, to the old shipyard. The members of the scene were basically taking enhancement drugs. Pretty much they were using like the power of a meteor. We got a horse mackerel. That's probably gonna come up in a side quest whenever you find like a cat that wants food. Hopefully the fish won't spy you until then.
あった。それにしても、自分をエリートと言ってる子が遊ぶ場所にここを選ぶだろうか。ねえ。
Now going over there will progress the main quest, but I feel I should give me a warning if like trigger an event will advance the plot. Yes, it will. I should finish that side quest first. Ares was stronger, but I think he and his team left more of an impact on me personally. I think you meant Genesis, if you mean like the name of the team. Ares is the name of a season of the anime.
見つけたよ。
おお、でかした。
だけどそのバッジ、本当は君のじゃないんじゃない？
It's not yours.
盗んだとは思わないけど、何か理由があるなら話してほしいな。話せないってわけだね。じゃあ、警察の人に
Maybe I
話を聞い
should
ても
ask
らおう
the
かな。
police about it.
待ってください。ケンちゃんは悪くないんです。ちーちゃん？バッジ、本当は僕のなんだけど、なくしたって言ったら、きっとパパとママにすごく怒られると思うんです。ごめん。
Ares' design was quite weak, to be honest, compared to the original. He probably was.
ケンちゃん。
That's nice when he later came back cleaned, ready to lead a team to replace Syndos. And he actually has, there's actually like two versions of the character in this game, one for the original and the other one for when he leads that team. They look completely different.
だから本当の理由を隠して三つ星エリートのふりをした。
ごめんなさい。
君は友達のために嘘をついた。でも嘘は良くないよ。
Valkyrie, I guess then if you were to play this game at some point, you already know who your goalkeeper is gonna be. Actually, there's a thing on the official website for this game where you can build your team in the website. You can look for a database with all of the characters and like make a mock-up of your team there. I play around with that a bit before the game came out. Now we can come back here. Yeah, they basically did what would have been the job of like wiki writers. They have an official character database, which I think it still lacks some information, so it's not like perfect, but it's very nice to have in a game with this many characters. It pretty much works like a Pokédex, but for players.
報酬の支払いが一部未納でしたのでお支払いしたく。過去の友人より。
Oh, my chat filters out any URL of posts, but I can get the website here. I don't know if I get filtered if I send an URL because I'm the channel owner. Okay, I think it went in. It won't show up in the stream stuff because the chat widget also filters that out, but you should be able to see it in the web page. It did appear here. Nice, thanks for confirming it.
笹波くん、これはすがすがしいくらいのハッタリだね。
支払い詐欺の違法業者のノリだな。
だがこれに乗ってくれば、5年前の事件に関わっていることの証明にもなる。
I think Twitch's filter like mistakenly crossed out something you wrote in your message, but about the website only showing the old characters, it was some time ago. I think it was like updated to also show some of the new characters from Victory Road. I guess you're like waiting until the game was out for some time to reveal them, because something are story spoilers.
やっぱりなりすましか。ほら、そんなうまい話ないって言っただろ。どちらにしても5年前のあのことを知られているからには放置はできんだろうがよ。
確かにあなたたちのような社会のゴミを放置しておくわけにはいかない。
It's only the characters showing no trailers, I see.
俺らに勝てると
I can't toggle auto mode in this one.
お遊びに付き合ってやるか。
あなたたちに勝つ未来はもう見えています。
I have to heal the next one.
力の見せ所です。
Also seems like you don't like to stock up on this healing items, they get replenished every time you start a fight.
お前たちは
You're nothing but
逃げられると思うかい。
力の見せ所です。
大概にしろ。
力の見せ所です。
So having more party members with you doesn't really change how the fights go.
なんとかやり
Like having more people does not make you move more, attack more. It's just you'll just alternate between them every turn you have. Sakurazaki holding his hand like a claw.
どうなってやる。
I didn't catch that. Wasn't paying too much attention.
俺たちも
Oh, you mean
しか
that
して特訓が
pose?
効いてる？
警察に突き出す前にあなたたちには全部喋ってもらいますよ。
俺たちはある人に言われた通りにやっただけだ。勘弁してくれ。
Funny, because if any of these characters is based on an animal, it's Camille, because it's based on a turtle.
夢色紳士という人物ですね。
お？四川道君ではないですか。一緒にいる君は。それで何の用ですか？
瀬古田教頭、サッカー部の事件の真相が分かったのでご報告に来ました。
サッカー部の事件の？
生徒にサッカー禁止を命じるならその理由を明確にしようと思いましてね。
教頭、結論から言います。5年前、サッカー部に暴力事件を起こさせる陰謀を企てたのはあなた
It
ですね。
was seen, was it? Have we ever seen this character before? It's been a
サッ
while.
カー部を失脚させ、新施設を野球部のものに仕向ける計画。
なんだそのタイトルは。それは一体何なんだね。
知らないんですか？生徒会には代々受け継がれた絶対的ルールがあるんですよ。
Record down instructions from teachers to the letter.
間違いを犯さないようすべて記録するとね。あなたは
I was gonna question why did you
そんなことも知らなかった。
like leave evidence of your
あ
evil
なた
plan?
が生徒会に指示した記録のすべてです。
まさかそんな。
あの日、生徒会はサッカー部を呼び出した。そして新しいユニフォームを作れることになったと告げ、サッカー部全員に繁華街のスポーツ店に採寸に行くようにと指示し、
喧嘩をふっかけて問題を起こさせる。
普通なら喧嘩を仕掛けられた程度で、温厚なサッカー部員
What
はそれに
exactly
対抗
was
したり
that
はしない。
trap again?
ですが、あなたはタンブラーズや生徒会を使って準備をしていたんです。サッカー部を心の底から怒らせる理由を。
サッカーへの侮辱。事前準備として タンブラーズに練習で使うサッカーボールを破らせ嫌がらせをしていた。マネージャーにもストーカー行為で圧力をかけていた。
そしてあなたは因縁をふっかけた生徒たちに言わせたんです。それは全部自分たちの仕業だと。サッカー部を潰すつもりだと。
そこまで言われれば、いくら温厚なサッカー部でも掴みかかるくらいはしてもおかしくはない。それでも彼らは一線を越えてはいない。掴みかかっただけだった。だがそこにちょうど警察が現れ、暴力を振るったと決めつけて補導された。
当然その警察を呼んだのもあなたですよね。計画を実現するためにあなたの手先として動いたのが。
I noticed now that he has also got the red nose.
デタラメを言うな。そんな詳細なことは私も。
裏は取ってきました。当時の生徒会 OB にね。このサッカー部失墜計画の内容の全貌を。
何？
当時の生徒会メンバーは罪の意識を感じていました。きっと関わった全員が、だからこの記録は残された。いつか暴かれることを望んだ生徒会メンバーによって。
一部始終を聞かせてもらった。まさかと思ったのだが事実だったとはね。君は当時の野球部生徒の
That's, I
親
think,
か
the
ら
principal.
個人的支援を受けていたようだね。
校長、これはこいつらの妄想です。そんな事実はどこにも。
言い逃れは許さんぞ。君が生徒の親に学校への献金用の口座だと言って使っていた学校の隠し口座を発見したよ。さすがに君個人への入金には足がつきやすいと考えたのだろう。
The hidden account you claimed was for receiving donations. A personal account would be easy to trace.
君は即刻クビだ。出て行きなさい。
When he talked about how he was bribed by parents to shut down the football club, I thought of Sakurazaki's dad for a moment, because he also doesn't want his son to play football. But then he wasn't in this school 5 years ago, I guess.
いいんですか校長。彼は警察に突き出さないと。
南雲原は多くの生徒たちを預かる進学校だ。学校のイメージも壊せない。君たちが許せんのはわかるが耐えてくれ。その代わり二度とこのようなことのないよう努める。
How you're letting him
さ
off
らに
scot-free
サッ
then.
カー部の支援も行うことにしよう。
本当ですか？
サッカー部のあの子たちには、いや、何より
But if we are going to ask why
本
that
当に申し訳ないことをした。
that guy was fired, right?
当時、新施設として野球部とかサッカー部とかで検討
So
され
their
てい
parents might
た。
have had similar motivations.
生徒たち
Probably
の親も
it was like a feud in the whole town between the football and the baseball club. They care a lot about youth sports in this universe. And some people decided to get dirty with it.
子供を持つ親というものは子供のためなら周りが見えなくなってしまうものだ。
But that too, they
すま
could
なかった
also
笹波くん。サッカー部が負い目を感じ
just
る
be
理由
parents
なん
that
て
don't want their
最初から
kids
なかったん
spending
だ。
too much time
君が
pursuing
言ったよ
sports.
うに、僕たちはなぜろくに調べもせずにサッカーを悪しきものと決めつけていたのか。今は生徒会の一人として責任を感じているよ。
先輩が責任を感じることはないですよ。
I keep forgetting that Shiseido is not like the president of the student council. He just really looks like he would be.
いや、彼らは僕たちにメッセージを送っ
The
ていた。
president's that
この事実を暴いてほしいと。
purple-haired girl.
でも僕は君に言われるまで気にも留めていなかった。 だから責任を取りたいんだ。
そんな、先輩には何の責任も。
笹波運命、
はい。
責任とは人に対して取るものではない。責任とは自分にこそ取るべきものだ。君が許しても僕自身が許せないんだ。
そうなんですか。であればサッカー部の発足を許していただければ。
ああ、もはや生徒会としても反対する理由は何一つない。
ありがとうございます。
ただし一つ条件が。
One condition.
え、
僕をサッカー部に入れてくれないか。
え、今回は予想外なの？
Yo, didn't see that coming. Yeah, Umi, did you not watch the game's opening movie?
一緒
He
に
was
行
there.
動している時点で想定していたと思ってたが、
わかり
We
ました。
can pretend we are surprised, but he does show up in the opening as part of the team.
おお、心強いです。四川道くん、今のポジションの空きキーパーだけなんだけど、それでもいい？
でも適任かもしれません。四川道先輩の百人一首クラブで鍛えられた目と反射神経はキーパー
Upon
のテク
your
ニック
eyes
に
and
生かされると
reflexes
思
at
い
the
ます。
Karuta Club.
なる
First
ほど。
time I'm hearing of this.
笹波くんがそう言うならきっとそうなのだろう。僕はゴールキーパーをやらせてもらうよ。
では四川道先輩にはゴールキーパーとしてサッカー部に加わっていただきます。ただし先輩であっても僕の特訓メニューに従って練習をしてもらいますよ。
だったら四川道くんにキーパーを体験させてあげたいね。この辺でまともなサッカーがやれるところ。
学校では無理だよね。
そういえば入江の浜辺で子供たちがサッカーやっているのを見たことある。
Podikovic.
海かもめサッカークラブ。小学生の子たちのクラブだけど、練習相手にはちょうどいいかも。
サッカーをやっていたメンバー中心の野球部を相手にするにはこちらの5人の能力を最大限に生かさねばならない。
Right, we finally have a quote-unquote full team. It's only 5 people, but 5 is what we needed.
ひとまずはこれでいこう。今日は海公園を集合場所にした。集まった後にみんなで海かもめサッカークラブが練習をしている。まずは海公園に行ってみるか。
So long as there's no new side quests to do. Seems like there's none. Yuki's not here today.
ねえねえ。
Oh, she voted for Omi in the dance battle. I had the thought that only like his 2 teammates voted for him. As the game had introduced me to this skill tree in the tutorial just now. We have barely played any football in this tournament, so I don't have to worry too much about this for now. But yes, it is called the Abi Learnerboard. A pretty weird name, but it's in essence a skill tree. It's more like it shows what you unlock with every level up, and has a few slots where you can change or add Hisatsu for a character. Also, I'm thinking to call them Hisatsu. That's all these special moves you can do. Because it just rolls off the tongue easier.
ここに一旦集まってもらったのは、みんなに言っておきたいことがあるからなんだ。
なんだよ、いきなり改まって。
サッカーで大事なのは、やっぱりチームワークなんです。
確かにそれはわかるけど。
なんでここなんだ？
ここで記念写真を撮りましょう。
We're taking a group photo. At the beach, like I thought I was gonna say we're gonna go fishing to raise our team bond. Jamie Bobby, thanks a lot for following me. Welcome.
お前、そういうこと言い出すキャラだったか。
確かに。
海と登場。僕が撮りましょう。
お願いします。撮ったらみんなに送ってください。
海と了解。
Gotta love my fanboys, thanks. And yes, group photo time. What was the button again? Go that if you want, you can like take a picture with Fume facing away from the camera. This button changes your pose. No, I meant to zoom out so I can get the entire statue in. No, not like this. Stay a bit to the left. It started to like make small movements with the camera. That's good enough. So bad there's no filters.
これからはメンバー同士の関係性が大事になってくる。関係図を作ってサポートすることでチームの絆を深めていこ
う。Let's draw up a relationship chart.
海かもめサッカークラブが練習をしている入江の浜辺に行ってみるか。
So I think it's pretty neat, thanks. So we now have bond links. And this is a board where like you can paste all of your players. And you can make connections between them, kind of like this. And this does have a gameplay effect, but it's a bit too much to get into now. Like, we've barely played any football in the story, and it's like introduces us to a bunch of new game mechanics, which you still don't have any way to like put into practice. But you also do this in the other modes with your own thing outside of the story mode, so I already know how it works. And I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of how it works in gameplay wise. But it's nice that like you can paste stickers and pictures in your bundling port. And this is all stuff I got from playing the other modes. Now these have no gameplay impact, it's just to make it look pretty. I also asked for photos, and seems like the photo storage is shared across all modes, so there's just a bunch of photos of my own thing here. But if you place a picture that has like 2 or more players together, that strengthens the bond between them. That's why the line turned yellow here. And yes, that will have a gameplay effect, however small it is. There is a fight down here. I guess a drunk man. And we've killed him.
お酒臭い。どうにかして離れないと。
反応すると待てないぞ。もう一枚。
僕は絡まれやすいのか。
Making drink seawater. He's just a few steps away from stumbling and drowning in the sea. Kyori Malphas, thanks a lot for following me. I hope to see you around a lot, because it's surprisingly difficult to come across English-speaking Inazuma 11 fans around. So irritating to constantly summon the same spirit for the right playstyle. It is, and I'm glad I'm past that phase, like my whole team is already... everybody's already the same archetype. I know a lot of people have like requested a feature to let you summon dismiss multiple players at once. But if you ask me, there should just be a way to change the archetype of an existing player. They added that, but it's only for Fabled players, which an addition I really don't like. Like I have a whole rant about it as a highlight on my channel. Oh, you're Dutch. I'm not a native English speaker either. Which should be pretty easy to tell. But like I occasionally look at the category for this gaming on Twitch, and at most there's like only 1 or 2 English speaking streamers playing this at a time, sometimes none of them. This series is like surprisingly unpopular among English speaking audiences. Yeah, she's so cute. This is what, the second real match we ever played? Because there was a tutorial one and the one against the shopkeepers. Special moves, you already know about that. I wonder what that phase bar means up there. I never noticed it before. You finally got to the white Midori set. Nice, since we're trying to get here on a certain archetype, I'm guessing you plan to use her as a player rather than a manager, is that right? Also, you don't have a lot of time to square go. These matches are shorter than the 11 side one. Raika has one called Curve Shot. Oh, it is for manager. Like, the playstyle archetype of your managers doesn't really make an impact, because you can change their passives in a way. But if you ever decide you want to use her as a player, it's nice to have her already in the right archetype. I do actually want to see 18 Tata's Midori as a striker, because I consider having her on my team, but ended up using other people. Gotta grind custom passives, that's right. And chances are you already know that, but just in case you don't, there is an Excel spreadsheet that shows you where you can drop every single custom passive in the game. Which is a huge time saver, because otherwise you just have to try beating every single thing on competition mode until you get what you want. You can play as the managers, that's right. Whenever you get a manager character, they are initially stuck as a manager, but after you play 10 matches with them on your team, you can remove them from the manager slot and use them as characters, like as players. And they have like regular stats, movesets and such, they're just like normal players. Also, you can do the same with your coaches. Gotta figure out how to farm them. So like I said, you drop custom passives in competition mode in the free matches, like not in the online matches. And every team drops a certain set of passives. You can look up what team drops what you want. And then you just farm that.
Minna, 野球部戦までに覚えてほしいことが山ほどある。
でもなんか怖い。
あの程度で大口を叩いていたとはな。
It would be funny to make a team of coaches and managers. My own team actually has 2 players who used to be managers, like are originally managers. That's Fuyuka and Meina, who are both defenders.
野球部との戦いの前にクリアしておきたい課題がある。野球部と戦うための最後の準備だ。
Special training phases start before a story progression match. Each chapter has training objectives. So this is basically like enforced leveling up or grinding for your team. You can only progress with the plot if you're strong enough. 25 Hime Casino, yet no roleplay one. I also have to look up what's that one. But it is another problem with summoning players, is that every player has like tendencies. There are certain archetypes they will come out with much more often than the rest. And I find that like both Justice and roleplay, because my team is Justice. Maybe it's just me, but I feel they're both like harder to get from spirits. So what you just do is like you cross-save your save file, you summon a bunch of players. And if you don't get the archetype you want, you load the cross-save and try again. You can like save Scoundrels at least. So you don't have to keep just farming more and more spirits. It's just a tutorial. Training match by the football club room. There is nothing here. We can play these two things again. And this is like a shop. Also, is this where you can get outfits? Because I was aware that you could get like special outfits for your avatar, but I never knew where you can get them. Seems like it's all in this story mode. Also, why does this one have Shisen on it? Does he wear it if I buy it? I can also get the Hisatsu tactic, which the game wants me to have this one. And I can get Tyros. So Tyros are something you can attach to your players, and they also don't really do anything, it's just for show. The story mode characters already seem to come with titles. You can actually see them up here. Not on Raika, but Sakurazaki has it, and so does Sume. What does this do again? Lock a player off on their team, disrupting their ability to coordinate. Pass lines to target disappear. You can basically disable somebody from the opposing team for some time. I got like 70% rare drops, so do I. That's the highest you can get on your team. If you equip your like starter players, your managers, and your coach with the same passive, you get it all the way up to 75%. What else did I have to do again? Alright, the Yumi boss in our Discord is Momochi, but she roleplays as a Yumi boss on Discord. Camille always got that backpack on. What's inside it? Just stuff. Bet is sneaking around the gaming rig in there. This game takes place in current year. Can't you just have a Steam Deck with you? Game consoles are banned from campus. But that guy on detention. Sakurazaki's always been nice, she just frowns a lot and dresses like a retro biker gang member. Mio behind the Jin Naokisoji. There's two ways this comment can go. Very different ways. Gonna test my team for the first time, you mean in an online match? Can I send it somewhere after the match? You mean like screenshotting the results? If that's what you mean, I have a Twitter. It's like over here on the left at Yukiumeno. If you post that on Twitter and you add to my account, I can show it on stream if you want. So good luck. I'm sure you can do it. Just hope you don't come across a very laggy opponent, which is a big problem in this game. Like, just yesterday I tried launching an online match and my opponent was so laggy the game was running at like half speed. I have to make my team strong, which is just by playing more matches, I guess. Let me go back to that training spot. Intermediate. What happens if I try the level 18 difficulty? Which is well over my level. Ouch. Most likely the higher difficulty adds more evasion moves you can do. But it is very difficult with under level team. Made it. Out to the Galaxy Road now, then I finish with Chronicle. I'm just about to start the Galaxy Road. I've stopped at the match with Xanax Outsiders, which is what I will be... I'm gonna stream that tomorrow, because it's like finally the point where there's actual story progression to Chronicle mode, like to the overarching plot. So I'm planning to play that on the beginning of tomorrow's stream. Did I get any stronger from that? A little bit, I think. And I can't repeat it. The shop seems to be the same as the other one. Oh, you can hear the muffled music when you get close to the desk club. That's a very neat attention to detail, like nobody would complain if you did not have this, but they added it anyway. In 20 I guess they just don't want you to keep creating the same activity. But if you don't have to do it too many times over anyway, it's not a huge problem. We're off to another dance battle. Hey, so this train is to make our team stronger, but it's our coach that's doing the dance, so how's that gonna help the rest of the team play football better? Also, I think this choreography is the exact same as the first time you had a dance battle. They didn't like record multiple dances. Actually, it might be different. I don't remember that pose Reika just did. I've messed up. You get one button wrong in your controller, just spirals. I mean, snowballs. Either metaphor works. Right, at the very Raika is leveling up. I think I'm thrown off by the A button being green but having a blue border and the X button being blue with a green border. Match going well so far, nice. I'm guessing you're in the interval between the two halves. Good luck with the second. Now I've hit the criteria for team defense, I just need some more team attack. One more training should do it. But for that I'll need to head somewhere else. I can't see like which area has which training spots, but I remember the beach having at least one. I just don't know which of the beaches. Not this one. Special training battles. We had that. I just play against Destiny and indeed that that girl was their coach. Which means she is an optimal character. I'll want to get her later. We can play another match with the shopkeepers. The last time we did it, I only had Kisoji and Sakurazaki on the team. Also, I think their goalkeeper is the same one as the cat lady from that quest, the one about Josephine. Why does everybody look so angry? And not a lot to be going on here, so I think it's a good time to explain that bond link thing. So pay attention to this green number on the top of my screen. And you'll see that this percentage increases when I pass the ball from one of my players to the other. Like right now. So this is called bond power. It's a mechanic where you increase this number by passing the ball between your players. And the higher this number is, the bigger a buff you get on your next shot whenever you shoot to your opponent's goal. And whenever you do that, it goes back to 0. So in a nutshell, you can make your next shot stronger by passing the ball a lot. Now, the way that the bundling keyboard we saw before comes into play is that if the two players you pass the ball in between have a connection in the bundling board, this number goes up by a bigger amount. Like, I just passed the ball from Sakurazaki to Raika and I got 3% out of it. And that's because they have a golden link on the bundling board. If the players have no link, they get 1%, a blue link is 2%. And a golden link, that's if you have a 4 of them together, you get 3%. And this can go all the way up to 30%, so I guess at most your next shot will be 30% stronger. I'm about to end anyway. Everybody's still fighting is still playing on their school uniforms, so we still don't have a ticket. It was still not enough though, I need 3 more attack points. Hey, that cat is throwing me off. Okay, so he wakes up like instantly. And instantly goes back to sleep when you get further away from him. He's playing that. Oh, there's that distraction minigame. With 5 people now, should be a lot harder. Why is she send off all people thinking about video games? Ouch, 1 by 3, oh nice. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to interrupt them if they're thinking about like football. I'm doing that wrong. And I guess also not do it to interest this light moment. If I have to go now, that's perfectly fine. Thanks for tuning in today. And hope to see you again. I'm still taking damage. There's somebody not addressing. And I realize I just pretty much did this speech I do at the end of every stream, like Audi, thanks for tuning in and such. Because it's so like autopilot, because that you start saying it and I end up saying all of it. I imagine doing this with a full 11 player team. Have to give me one more omnibus to control. It actually could be very interesting, like imagine the camera pans way back and you control one omnibus with each analog stick. In story progression, your team's formation, tactics, and the required team members are fixed. So even if I get to recruit more people later, I'm not gonna have a lot of freedom to use in these matches. It's not quickly, you just press a button to advance.
俺は何をやってんだか。
ヤグ、サッカー部がいい気になってやがる。潰すぞ。
ああ、当然だ。
野球さんにボールを集めますんで決めちゃってください。
Thanks.
任せろ。
けどよ、俺らも前はサッカーをやってたんだ。あいつらがサッカーの味方みたいな面をしやがると余計にムカついてくる。お前もだろ、野球。
俺は特に何も感じねえよ。
そうなのか。お前があの頃一番サッカーに入れ込んでいたように見えたが。
サッカーなんてつるまないと何もやれない連中のやるもんだ。野球のような熱さは感じねえ。
そうか。
Oh, I have that Isatsu tactic I've not used yet, but the button to use it is disabled for now. I'm not seeing it. There is no offside in these matches, like right, so I can just pass hand to right. Really? Scripted like that?
みんな始めますよ。
Can use scheming lockdown on Yagyu. So I've used tactics before, but this looks very different from what I'm used to up until now. Like they play with the ring and just to lock them down. And now they can't pass the ball to him once he loses the ball. I'm wondering how well this tactic fares in multiplayer, because there are a lot of things online that rely too much on a single very powerful striker. So if you can disable things like that, you can get a big advantage. What just happened there? I think I was the game thought I just hit the sidebar here, so it was not a goal. A knight you could build whose purpose was tweaking just one enemy. Sounds very useful, like if you have an unfavorable matchup with a character in the other team. It must be very annoying if you're in the receiving end of it.
無駄ですよ。僕らは柳生先輩を機能させない。たとえ他の選手に点を取られようとも。名付けてタクティクスブロック・ザ・キーマン一人潰し。
てめえ、そこまで根に持っているのか。
違います。野球部の上等戦術を潰したんですよ。野球部は全員柳生先輩への接待プレイに徹する。
なんだと？
卑怯ではありません。一人にボールを集めるのが戦術なら、集めさせないのも戦術です。
Getting the about one guy is a strategy, stopping that also is a strategy. He was so shocked by that statement that he just turned two-dimensional.
柳生先輩だってもう気づいているんじゃないですか。無条件にチャンスをもらえるものがどれだけ有利か、どれだけ実力以上の働きができるのか。チャンスをもらえなければ先輩だって無力なんです。
Also, I'm thinking this tactic can be even better now on PvP because of the fabled players being a thing now. Like there's one OP player in potentially everything. That can at least for a bit shut down with this tactic.
あいつらのパスは俺じゃなく、俺の親父に向けられたものだ。だからサッカーをやめたんだ。だが野球でも柳生という家の名が俺にチャンスを回す。
チャンスが一人に集中する状況において点を取るのは当たり前。いえ、点を取らなければならない。だから先輩は結果を追い求めるしかなくなった。チャンスはめったに来ないからこそ嬉しいんです。 常に目の前に出されるチャンスに応えて結果を出すしかない先輩は拷問のようなスポーツをさせられているんじゃないですか。偉大すぎる親の存在が先輩にそうさせている。もう降りたらいいんじゃないですか、ガキ大将の役。
お前に何がわかるんだ。お前に。
Classic rich guy with wolf flickers, yeah?
だけど羨ましいです。
何？
僕はチャンスどころかこんな風に普通にサッカーをすることもできないから。
And that's our second main character with feather issues. Very similar,
ここにいる仲間
a
た
very
ちと
similar case like that.
サッカーをやるチャンスを。だから先輩には思い知ってもらいます。自分の無力さを。
But when Tosia sent a potential therapist, that
俺が
was
無力かどうか。
a bit unfortunate timing of that message to come out right as someone says, "We're gonna show you how hopeless you are." Imagine your therapist telling you that.
俺はやる。
But that somehow improved his mood.
はい、やりましょう。柳生先輩。
柳生、ここは通さねえぜ。桜崎。
Up then.
俺だってサッカーをやりたかったんだ。
We're still not winning, by the way, despite the triumphant music. Yagen's movie is so fast now. Just one more for good measure. Went from kneeling to standing in a second. You mean the goalkeeper? You can get them to move in some pretty funny ways in this game. As I think this is a brand new vocal thing. Okay, get a fourth goal. not quite us. Too close. It is nice, but I now trying to remember what exactly was at stake in this game.
しかし、最初からこんな戦い方をするつもりだったのか？
さあ、どうでしょう。
Like what exactly happens because we won and what would happen if we had lost.
ヤギュー、あいつは昨日俺たちに言った。
何をだ？
みんな聞いてほしい。明日の野球部との戦いは勝つことが目的ではありません。
Goals to beat the baseball club doesn't matter if you win or lose.
どっちでもいいんです。この戦いの目的は野球先輩にサッカーの楽しさを思い出してもらうことです。野球先輩は今でもサッカーのことが忘れられない寂しい迷い人だから。
見抜かれてたってことか。あのガキは何者なんだ？
さあな。だがな、あいつなら連れて行ってくれるかもしれない。俺たちが夢見たてっぺんのフィールドに。
サッカーができないからだって聞いたが、それであれとは強メンタルか？
いや、あいつは決して強くはない。いつも自分と戦っているように見える。背負ってるんだ、自分にのしかかってくる全部を。それでも前に歩こうとしている。
そうか。だがそれを強いって言うんじゃないのか？前が見えないほどの霧の中を進んでいけるわけだからな。
ああ、暗く分厚い雲だからこそでっかい稲妻を生み出せるのかもしれない。
There's a little out of character to see these two getting all poetic about it, but not like we have seen too much of them anyway. And he still has a hand on his head.
これでよし。
いよいよサッカー部発足か。
いえ、この旧体育倉庫の使用許可が下りただけです。
は？
なのにサッカー部の看板つけていいの？
気持ち的にはもうサッカー部はできてるから。
It's already official in your hearts.
それにサッカー部じゃないとサッカー部の看板をつけては
No
いけ
saying you
ない
have to be the football club to hang up a sign.
運命。
Is that what you're gonna say when the student council comes to shut you down? You'll say that it's real in your hearts.
若手ってあんたは年寄りか？
なんかここ落ち着きますね。
やっとそれっぽくなってきたじゃないか。
ほらよ。俺もサッカーをやりたいんだ。俺をサッカー部に入れてくれ。
もちろんです。最初からそのつもりでしたし。
柳生先輩も運命の手のひらの上でしたね。
He's like ever so slightly taller than the door he has to crash down to get in every time. I think it was just perspective.
お、いいじゃん。
Nagumohara Soccer Club.
俺もちゃんと蹴りをつけなきゃな。
何？サッカーだと？お前はテニス部に入っているのではないのか？
それは学校側が父さんのご機嫌を取るための作り話だ。
I think Nad started playing Dying, trying to pause the cutscene, but I can't.
お前は一体何をしている？私の顔に泥を塗る
You
つもり
can
か？
let me know if you're still watching Dying Wrong
俺
about
は
that.
ただサッカーがやりたいんだ。俺は父さんの敷いたレールから外れるために学校をわざと退学になろうとしていた。それを学校側は隠していたんだ。
なんだと？
聞いてくれ父さん。俺は今まで父さんの言いなりになってきたけど、俺には俺の考えがあって、これからは自分の考えで行動したいんだ。
一人では何もできないお前が自分の考えでだと？
ああ、だから変わりたい。俺はサッカーが好きだ。サッカーをやりたい。自分でそう決めたんだ。父さんが何と言おうとな。
もういい。勝手にしろ。
ごめん。
初めてだな。お前が自分の考えを私に話したのは。
え？
お前を変えたのはサッカーか？
いや、その。
興味が湧いたよ。サッカーとやらに。今度、お前がやっているところでも見せてもらうとしよう。
父さん。
If Nad was playing, it should be over by now, so I could just miss that cutscene. Basically, Sakurazaki was arguing about with his dad about him wanting to play football, but his dad not wanting it. But ultimately, his dad says like, fine, do whatever you want.
少年サッカー日本一を決める大会。サッカー部入部希望者の皆さん、早速ですが入部テストおよび面接を始めます。
お前がサッカー部ってそんな図体でできんのかよ。
I will have to implement a bot that warns everybody when Nad is about to play, but it's like weirdly complicated to implement one. There isn't just a built-in Twitch function to do that.
前にも言いましたけど、俺別に強いやつに興味ないですよ。
稲妻イレブン、今日の格言。責任とは自分にこそ取るべきものだ。
That's better than a lot of parents out there, certainly better than Yagyu's father.
すげえ !SNS でサッカー部の話題がバズってるよ。サッカーがトレンドキーワードだって。
Invasion of the Football Monster.
入部希望の届けが生徒会の部活管理窓口に殺到しているようだ。
Also, the club is official now.
篠原先輩に続いて柳生先輩の加入と。
I thought you had just said it wasn't. Maybe it's a time skip.
運命の作戦は大成功だな。
まあ、予想外の展開はありましたけど。
ただし、サッカー部はまだ部活申請書も出されていない。
そうなんですか？
生徒会としても入部希望を受け取っても存在しないクラブへの加入を認めるわけにはいかない。
では四川堂先輩、最速での手続きをお願いします。
笹波くんなら気づいていると思うが、新クラブの発足申請には足りないものがある。
え、何？
顧問の先生ですね。
その
A
通り。
club advisor.
確かにそれはいないとまずそうだな。
誰にする？サッカーに詳しい先生いたかな？
サッカーに詳しい必要はありません。サッカー部はこの5年全く実績がないため、いろんな手続きや準備を一からやり直さねばなりません。他の部の顧問をやっていたら難しいと断られてしまうでしょう。
部活の顧問は教師の評価にもつながるため、ほとんどの先生が既存クラブの顧問になっているはずだ。
確かに今クラブ顧問をやっていない先生はいません。
じゃあ無理じゃねえか。
方法が一つあります。
なんだ？
If we get a teacher to drop their current club.
部活をリストラするんですよ。
お前何言っている？
We have to shut down a different club so there is room for our club.
笹波くん。
Because there's a limited number of advisors.
南雲原には自由な校風だからこそ生まれてしまう無駄がある。そこにチャンスがあります。
どういうことかな？
この学校の全部活のラインナップを調べました。そしてこのリストに付け入る隙を見つけたんです。
隙？
ここを見てください。宇宙研究会と星
Space
空鑑賞
Factory
ク
and
ラ
Stargazing Club.
ブ。この2つの部の思考はほぼ同じ。この2つを合併させるんです。
確かにこうして見てみると、なぜ別々なのかも疑問だね。
I thought there was one club called Space and Stargazing. There are two separate
霞
clubs.
崎先生を獲得します。
なるほど、そういうことか。しかしそれにはそれぞれの部員たちの同意が必要になるよ。
はい。2つの部はしっかりと活動している部なので、これから行って交渉してみます。
わかった。そちらは君に任せた。
既存クラブの合併、宇宙研究会と星空鑑賞クラブ、両方と話す必要があるな。
How to negotiate a merger between the two clubs? No side quests in sight for now. I always like mistake which button pauses, which button jumps. But I'm doing this because I'll take a short break now. Sadly, I missed the window to have an ad play during it, but I'll be back in a moment and see you then. Hi there, turns out I just had to wait like a couple more minutes to be able to play on that, so I did just that. Also, I do have new side quests. Let's start from the leftmost one.
Oh, 君はサッカー部の笹波くんだよね。口が硬そうな君にしか頼めないんだけど、今どうしても伝えたいことがあって、一緒に探すのを手伝ってくれないかな。お礼に僕が生徒会室の掃除をしている時に見つけた。
Are all of the cats like different races? I haven't been paying attention to every single one.
探しているのは僕の親友の白山くんだよ。よく放課後にこの田舎道で遊んでいたんだけど、この辺りのどこかをフラフラしているのかな。
親友なのに連絡先を知らないってどういうことなんだろう。
It is weird indeed. I wonder what the twist is gonna be. Oh, rescue a cat. Good guess. It's probably an animal. And a cat, because it's the only like domestic animal you ever see in this game.
晴れた日は彼がここで丸くなっ
Nice
て
curling
寝
up
てい
for
た
a
な
nap here on sunny days. Yeah, totally a cat, you guessed it. And probably not his cat, like might be just a stray one since they only meet in this road.
確かに彼はよくこの塀の上を散歩していたけど
He likes strolling atop this wall, but she's not here today. The locals were not sure of the cat's gender, from what it seems.
もしかして城山くんは人間じゃない。僕の予想が当たっていればどこか日陰になる場所にいるかもしれない。
Well, they say jokes always have a little bit of truth on them. That was certainly the case here.
先輩の親友は車の下にいる可能性があります。
え、車の下？
And there he or she is.
白山くん！おお、こんなところにいたのかい。
やはり猫でしたか。暖かい時期になってきて車の下で涼んでいたんでしょう。
聞いてくれよ。今日は生徒会にとんでもない量の書類がやってきてさ。矢島さんと郷宇崎さんは途中で委員会に行っちゃうし、ヒゲくんとなんとかさばききったけど、ずっと机に向かってたら途中で背中がつったみたいになっちゃって。別に僕は生徒会が嫌なわけじゃないよ。むしろ不器用な僕が憧れの生徒会に入れて本当に嬉しいんだ。
Oh, are you saying that just in case someone from the council is listening?
でも正直、周りのみんなが優秀だからさ、ついていくのに精一杯で。
That's like warm places since they have higher body temperature than humans. I guess you mean colder places.
僕の愚痴を聞いてくれるから続けていけてるってわけ。僕っていつもはクールで厳格に見えると思うんだけど、他の生徒に舐められないようにしているだけなんだよ。これがきっとギャップ萌えってやつだよな。
ギャップ萌え。
確かに生徒会の業務は大変だろうね。
生徒会長も厳しいしな。
It's strange to listen to someone call themselves that.
これは内緒だけど、白山くんのこの顔、どことなく千の会長に似てるんだよな。君のその人の
I was gonna say that the cat has the same eyes as the girl from the student council, which looks a little freaky because it's a person's eyes on a cat.
君の目線がないと一日が終わらないんだ。とにかく僕の親友を見つけてくれてありがとう。これはお礼だよ。サッカー部の練習頑張ってね。
I got some equipment which I still haven't given any to my characters. Hi there, Yodabai, welcome. So there's a lot of stats, but generally you can just look at this part of the equipment. It tells you which positions they're good for. This goes for a forward or midfielder, so Sakurazaki is one. How's it going? This is actually my first stream of this year. I was taking a break from streaming up until today. And I have played this game for a long time now, but I never touched the story mode until I started streaming it. Actually, agility is better for goalkeepers. I'll take this off Camille first. I also have these experience bots, which you get this either as a pre-order bonus or as a bonus for having played the beta test, which I don't remember. In any case, I don't think there's any player I need to level up faster than the rest yet. Nobody's under-leveled. I can give them to Ume, but she doesn't play football, so will it even make a difference? Also, Yagyu is here, but you'd have to switch him into the 5-aside formation. Very sure this one is also a bonus. Actually, there is a best equipment setting, why not just use that? I don't use this when I'm equipping my own thing, because I like to fine-tune it, but for story mode this should be plenty good enough. Yeah, he's 190. I mean 190. And the boots equip actually reflect on your appearance. Unless you turn that setting off, which I did for my thing, because the boots just did not mingle with the thing kit. Why do some schools say private and some say public? The mom does not know. Why do people keep talking about private parts if we don't have public parts?
なんですの？もしや私を捕まえようと？そうはさせませんわ。
Why are we beating up Josephine? Is this part of a side quest I did not know was going on?
僕は絡まれやすいのか。
あら、あなたでしたのね。庶民の顔
Oh,
は
you
同
can
じよ
scarcely
うに
tell
見え
one
るから
commoner
気
from
づき
another.
ませんでしたわ。それはそうと。また私の頼みを聞いていただけないかしら？
また飼い主から逃げてきたの？
私はこんな狭い土地に収まる器ではございませんの。今度こそ独立させていただきますわ。
独立ってまだ諦めてなかったのか。
そもそも高貴な私が人間から施しを受けている状況がおかしいのですわ。猫とはもっと自由であるべきだと思いませんこと？
はあ。
ということであなた、船に乗れるところまで案内してく
Oh,
ださ
that
る？
was what I was thinking. She's gonna try to escape by sea this
言う
time.
と思った。
Last time was through a train.
わかった。連れて行けばいいんだね。
And of course, Sume is happy to help disappear somebody's cat. There's a new battle back there.
とうとう旅立ちの時ですわね。血統書付きの由緒正しい私を育んだ南雲原。感謝はしていますが、高貴な私が目指すのは世界。さあ、ファビュラスでエッセ
She
ンシャルな
was
猫になる
fearless, she
た
says,
め、
which, if that's the
いざ
case,
出
kinda
発です
sounds
わ。
like it's her own fault. Because there's plenty of cats around and she was at the playground just now.
船まだ到着してないみたいだ
She
けど
could have made friends if she wanted.
うるさいですわね。ちょっと行ってみただけですわ。ジョセフィーヌちゃん、こんなところにいたの。
And yes, it's the same lady that's the goalkeeper on the shopkeeper's team.
ジョセフィーヌちゃんったらエスケープにも程がありますわよ。このままだとまた連れ戻されてしまいますわ。あなた、船が来るまで彼女を足止めしてちょうだい。
え、それはさすがに
They might be studying here for hours here.
どうしたのジョセフィーヌちゃん。明日からあなたの好きなハワイの別荘でバカンスですわよ。別荘にあるジョセフィーヌちゃんの高級ベッドも専門の業者に頼んでふっかふかに仕上げてもらってますわ。
Berlin betting specialist, is that a real job?
ジョセフィーヌちゃんの大好きな車に乗って南の島の気持ちいい風を浴びながらゴージャスなサンセットを見てバカンスを過ごしましょうね。あら、何もしなくても街から出られそうですわね。仕方ないから戻ってあ
I
げる
guess we
とし
can't
ま
go
す
through
わ。
this routine a lot more until this story ends.
ジョセフィーヌずっと同じことやってそうだな。なぜ逃亡を図るのか、何か訳ありなのかな。
Yeah, it's probably not that bad if she keeps coming back anyway. Also, I think I was supposed to pass to the Endo ghost there, but I didn't see him. This is the exit, but I wanted to do this battle first. Is Muffy shop clerk?
栄養満点で美味しいスムージーいかがですか。 栄養足りないんじゃない。
Yeah, gotta love starting a battle after a totally normal
そういう気分では
conversation starter.
本当にいらないの。スムージーは逃げないわよ。
僕は絡まれやすいのか。
It's banana, soy milk, cinnamon, tenho água, mugwort, brack and radish. Don't even know what mugwort is. It's a herb used for tea and traditional medicine. Finally, a splash of miso and some fish sauce. It's a family recipe. It sounds like something that somebody would promote as a cure for COVID way back then. It was either that or it just kills you. Cure for any trained disease, right? Isn't it funny / tragic that bogus medicine like that is something that society at large never solved? It still exists today.
笹波くん、今時間あるかい？霞崎先生から資料をいくつか集めてくるように言われたんだけど、ちょっと大変そうでさ。一緒に手伝ってくれないかな？ありがとう。必要な資料は 1A にある数学の教科書、資料保管室にある過去問題集。理科室先生は全部に目立つ印をつけてるからわかるはずって言ってたけど。
Going up to Sassanami, that's a weird title for what seems like a plain fetch quest.
そういえば笹波くんって勉強できるよね。もしよかったら今度やっぱり大丈夫。
わからない問題があれば聞いてもらえたら答えるよ。
Is that just an excuse to speak to Umi because you have a crush or something?
「理科の実験記録なんて何に使うんだろう。
この実験データで問題を作るつもりなんじゃないかな。
なるほど。笹波くんはデータにはやっぱり詳しいんだね。
Is that a real cat sitting there, yeah? The stuffed mounts seem to twitch. Hey, real one that snuck in. Hey, if you stay there, I think you're gonna be next. Oh, there's another side quest, is not part of this one.
今炎上商法的に話題の引き受けてくれるならありがとう。じゃあ早速100目階段でやって。
Not yet. A foul odor wafts from somewhere. Is it from this book?
資料保管室で生徒会の記録を集めてたって話を聞いたよ。
サッカー部を正式に認めてもらうために必要だったんだ。重要書類だから本来は簡単に持ち出せないけどね。
What was that about a foul odor? There was moldy bread in the jar. I'm finding stuff around. I wonder what this is for.
笹波くん、ありがとう。
資料の数も量もそこまで多くなかった。それなのになんで僕に声をかけたの？
それは君と話したかったんだ。
We figured as much.
誰に対しても一刀両断、少しのためらいもなくバサリと言い切るその姿。そう、君が柳生先輩に勝負を挑んだあの日から俺はビビッと来ていたんだ。
Something inside you lit up, huh?
君のあんなしびれる言葉の数々、どうか俺にもくれないか。俺にダメ出し
I
をして
said
く
some
れ。
seriously powerful stuff back then. Please do it to me too. Tear me apart.
君の冷ややかで素晴らしい指摘がないと俺はどうも収まらないんだ。
困ったな。
はあ、
Yes, you're gonna do it.
君からの毒気あるコメントがどうしても欲しいんだ。頼む、俺の至らぬ点を
Now
思
we're
いのまま
starting
に
a
ズバッと言ってく
RPG
れ。
battle.
さあ、今すぐ。
さっきから聞いてれば、あんた何？運命くんに喝を入れられなきゃ何もできないわけ？なんで自分で解決しようとしないの？何かあるたびに運命くんに頼むの？あんたは食事の時、おかずから食べるかご飯から食べるか運命くんに決めてもらうの？靴を右から履くか左から履くか運命くんに決めてもらうの？
I Shibari do this to know each other.
こら、言い過ぎ。
Oh wait, she's doing exactly what he wanted.
そんなんじゃずっと誰かに寄生して生きてくことになるよ。
篠原先輩の荒領事
だね。
確かにその通りです、先輩。あなたのおかげで俺は正しい道を歩いていけます。あなたのまっすぐに胸を刺す言葉で俺は身も心も引き締まる。こんな俺に個人指導をしてくれませんか？
瞬時に乗り換えた。
俺にはあなたが必要だ。この豚野郎には。
Is that right? I said you gave him what he was asking for.
先輩、もっと言ってください。
これでよかったのか？
篠原先輩には申し訳ないけど、
If you ask me to like
彼のターゲットになってもらおう。
predict 100 like plot lines for side quests in this game, a masochist asks you to insult him would not be one of them. Anyway, now we're at the other side quest. This feels like something that Yakuza would do.
お前がサッカー部ってそんな図体でできんのかよ。
Do they do this every day?
話題だから入ったって口だろ。サッカー部のために辞退してやれよ。どうせ迷惑がられてるんだろうからさ。
それは。
Probably I have never played the Yakuza game for the record, but I know there's a lot
そうですね。
of side quests about all sorts of fetishists.
サッカー部の一員として放っておくわけにはいかない。追いかけるか。
We'll do that later. So Yuki used to show up anytime there was a news story bit, but I haven't seen him today yet. I wonder what happened. have to do this training exercise once. Oh, you can pick which characters will do it. But this guy wanted to do the training, so I don't have an option to select him. Or maybe he just wants to watch it. Waiting for like strength means that's a lot for a 40-second minigame. The most you can drop in a match in Chronicle mode is 15 at a time.
噂？いやね、実は僕、最近まで骨折で入院していたから、学校の状況が分かっていなかったんだよ。あのサッカーがに、周りに理由を聞いても信用できなくてさ、疑っていて悪かった。
I think this game has a log option either.
密着取材っていうのも、サッカーがなぜ人気なのか、人気の秘密を自分の目で確かめたかったんだ。でも、ただの階段の上り下りをここまで一生懸命にやる姿。この時代錯誤感こそ、
てめえ、バカにしてるよな。
とんでもない。最近ではこんなひたむきな部活、他にはないよ。今日の取材でこの目に焼き付けた。君たちの暑苦しさ。いや、暑さはちゃんと記事にさせてもらうよ。次号を楽しみに待っていてくれ。
I went silent for a moment because I was recentering my model. And now we can go help Camille out.
おいカメオ、さっきのあれ何？いつまでこんなことしているつもり？
あ、ライカさん、笹波くん。
ビシッと言ってやりなさいよ。自分に構うなって。
でも僕は
なんだよ、うじうじして。そんなんだからあいつらが突き上がっていくんだよ。
Raika, that's the second person you're showing out in less than like half an hour.
いい？
Will you slow down a bit?
第一歩を踏み出さなきゃ。
僕にはライカさんのようにはできないんです。僕はどう頑張っても僕だから。
言い返した。
おお、あいつがあんなこと言うの初めて見た。
ひとまずはクラブ合併の計画に戻ろう。
Now I guess I have to visit both clubs. It's the space one and the stargaze one.
宙研究会との合併を提案。神聖なる星々を
I don't think what she's doing is necessarily wrong, but it's just funny that she's so like ready to go off on somebody at any time.
星のきらめきに心を奪われた私に星を汚そうという者たちと手を組めと。
He's saying try not to be touched, Kiso just to attack her.
星の輝きのように様々です。
This girl in the middle has like a unique name in the fairly unique design. Actually looks... Actually kinda like how it looks. I think I will try to recruit if that becomes an option later. And her being part of the stargazing club makes it even better.
夜空の星の美しさを鑑賞物にとどめるなど浅いですね。
宇宙の友達です。
論理的にいきましょう。それなら論理的にいきましょう。
Probably have a space-like technique, I guess.
早く夜にならないかな。ここははっきりと。
Which should be nice for variety, because I don't think any of these characters currently in the team will have any space kind of stuff. I also like that she's tall.
次は宇宙研究会か。
星をこよなく愛する者として鑑賞だけではダメ。もっと深いところまで目を向けないと。
Would you just look at the sheer excess of the baseball club building? Kinda looks fancier than the school itself. I think I never went all the way up here. Oh, I did go here for the dance battle, but the game just teleported me to the roof. They just revealed the Arknight's CN banner. You can look it up if you want when the stream ends. I could look it up now if I can find it, so I can see like my live response to it. There's a Twitter account I know that usually posts these updates. It's a new side story event. I think this picture sums it up the best. So some new curtains, and I paused for a moment because I looked at the girl of the green clothes, and she looked a bit like Kafka for a second, but it's a perfumer. Also, I remember this catgirl from the Baby's debut event. She was on NPC, so she's finally playable after how much time? Now, whether I'd pull for her is a different matter. For now, I don't think I will when she comes out in Global. But we'll see. I could use another 6-star medic. I just check if there is anything else interesting to me. There are some new skins, but not for characters I care about. At least I save up on Original.
So.
Also, hi there.
So.
Her design is pretty nice. It's just that between her and the Pepe, I prefer the latter as a Egyptian cat girl. And I already have Pepe with me.
なるほど。話はわかりました。いつか地球人と宇宙人が手を取り合う日を前に、まずは地球人同士で手
I
を
was
取
gonna
り
say
合えという
Yuki
のです
never
ね。
interferes with the plot, but he's always watching. He was missing for a while now. Turns out he was always watching from the rooftop.
宇宙を干渉物と捉えている者た
Let's
ちと
have a very aggressive discussion about outer space.
同じ宇宙を愛する者同士分かり合えます論理的にいきましょうここははっきりと宇宙は探求するものだよ宇宙のような広い心を持てないものに宇宙
Hey,
を
Heart must be as vast as space. It's said that with uppercase on every word, like it's a title.
ここははっきりと
仕方ない。君たちの主張は分かった。
なんとかやり過ごせたかこれで双方の同意は取った霞崎先生にこのことを話してサッカー部の顧問をお願いしてみよう
Hey teacher, we beat up the students from the club you advise, so now you're our advisor.
"教師になって3年。私が想像していた教師の姿にはほど遠い。生徒を厳しく叱る勇気もなくて舐められているみたいだし、まるで空気のような
You're scared to
存
scold
在。
anyone, so they just ignore me.
霞
I
崎
hope
先生
Raika's not just off camera, because she's gonna have some choice words for you.
あれ、笹波くん？
先生にお願いがあってきました
はい、なんでしょう。
霞崎先生にサッカー部の顧問になってほしいんです
先生、俺からもお願いします。
サッカー部の顧問？私が？でも私、サッカーのことわからないし、私はすでに星空鑑賞クラブの顧問だし。
それなら心配はいりません宇宙研究会と星空鑑賞クラブの合併に所属部員たちには同意してもらいました先生が顧問を務める星空鑑賞クラブは実質消滅となります僕が入学してきた時 困った時はいつでも相談しろと。それが今です。
それはそう言ったけど、でも私なんかだと色々と不都合が。
デモもヘチマもヘモグロビンもあり
No,
ません。
what's your
先
coconuts?
生に僕たちサッカー部を助けてほしいんです。
ああ
お願いします、霞崎先生。
お願いします。
はい、わかりました。
Okay, that was it. I thought she was gonna start crying for a second.
人聞きが悪いですね。少しだけ勢いで押しただけですよ。
As a harsh way to put it, I just apply a little pressure.
はあ？
運命が来た時、陰キャ認定してたけど、どえらい大間違いだったわ。
I didn't break his arm, I just vigorously shook it.
運命はサッカーモンスターよりも怖いレスバモンスターだった。
ああ、同意だ。
それよりさっきの亀をあれほっといていいの？
確かに、あいつはもうサッカー部の一員だ。どうにかすべきだな。
あんな弱虫毛虫じゃ一生逃げ回ってないといけなくなるよ。
逃げることは弱いことじゃありません。逃げるという行為は一種の戦術です。
は？
問題なのは鼓動会くん自身が自分を弱いって思っていることなんです。
じゃあどうすんの？
例によって策があるってことか。
もちろんありません。
Not?
だからどうすんだよ。
話の腰を折るようで申し訳ないが、鼓動会くんのことも放っておけないのはわかる。だが残りのメンバー集めも進めないといけない。そこは僕たちが担当するとしよう。
タッチ？
So now the club is official, I guess.
ももちさん。
正式に私もマネージャーとして加わりますね。ももちゆいなです。よろしくお願いします。
マネージャー。
これまでは彼女は我々生徒会の目を盗んで君たちに協力をしていたわけだが、サッカー部禁止令が解かれた以上、
状況は180度変わったわけだな。
Oh, that's why she used the omnibus to speak for her.
ただ
I thought she was just really anxious.
あ
あ、
she is very cute, and I said that before about how managers can also play football. I doubt the story mode will let you do that, but whenever you're able to use her outside of this mode, you can have her as a regular player.
なんで？もうサッカー部を悪く言う理由ないよね。
Also, same goes for the teacher, not that he is the kind of coach of the team.
なるほど。流されないタイプか。
今回のサッカー部の評判の変化にも本当にそれでいいのか疑問に思っていらっしゃるのだ。
はあ、めんどくさ。え、何？
でも千の会長を味方につけられたら。
サッカー部は強力に進化できる。
それはどういうことですか？
千野さんが生徒会長という権威を超えて誰も逆らえない絶対的な存在であることには理由。
それは。
少しおしゃべりが過ぎる
Speaking
よ
of
ね。
which, has she been listening?
会長、失礼しました。
言っておきますが、この
Is
集まりはまだ
this is part where almost says like, actually I invited her.
生徒会会長として
まだサッカー部を正式な部として認めていないからです。
でも過去のサッカー部の悪い評判は消え去り、サッカー部を許可しない理由はなくなったのでは。
笹波くんのこれまでの旧体育倉庫の無断使用、校内での数多くのハラスメント発言、桜崎くんのこれまでの暴力的素行、サッカー部を潰す理由はいくらでも提示することが可能です。
何が言いたいんですか？
察しが悪い人ね。私が認めない限りサッカー部は正式な部活にはなれないってこと。
だったらどうしたら認めてもらえるんですか？
フットボールフロンティアという大会を知っていますか？
As her eyes do look just like
日本
that
一を
cats.
決める大会。この大会に出場申し込みを済ませておきました。
こんな状態でフトフロに。
But I thought you wanted us to shut down.
この大会に出場し、初戦を必ず勝ち抜くこと。そして初戦の相手は西宮中。
Win your first match.
西宮
I guess Nishinomiya, which weirdly still has the localized name even after I toggle the on-dub option.
大会事務局に問い合わ
But
せ
it's good to remember whenever they say West Menor, it's Nishinomiya.
そのたった一度の勝利にサッカー部の存続をかけるほどの意味があると言うんですか？
南雲原と西宮は古くからのライバル関係にある。この3年間のデータでは野球部、ダンス部、バスケ部、テニス部、主要な全ての運動部において南雲原は西宮よりも好成績を収めている。西宮に負けるということは南雲原のプライドを汚すということになるのです。
プライド、そんなものに何の価値が？
Well, you want to talk about pride, but the school has sabotaged its own football club historically, so...
プライド、誇り、誰かに負けたくないという気持ち、それがあるから人は人なんじゃなくって？
So how do you think it's reasonable to throw that onto us now?
笹波くんが柳生くんに挑戦したのもサッカーという誇りを汚されたから。そうじゃないの。
Like, we unfairly shut down your club in the past, but now you have to win for our pride. How does that make sense?
運命が押し負けている。千の会長を恐るべし。
And I surprised Sume is not saying anything of that nature now.
確かに初めて見る光景だな。
私はサッカー部が南雲原の正式な部になるというのなら、その名を汚すことがないような誇り高き部になることを望みます。
わかりました。フットボールフロンティア1回戦、もし負けるようなことがあればサッカー部は潔く解散します。
ではくれぐれもよろしくお願いします。四川堂くん、おもちさん、今後の生徒会活動はほどほどにしてサッカー部に集中してもらって構いません。
はい。
わかりました。
面白くなってきた。
またまた運命、なんという約束を。
今回は喧嘩をふっかけてきたのは向こうですよ。
そうだけど。
ではサッカー部の残りのメンバーを決めるとしよう。サッカー部にはたくさんの入部希望者がいる。選び放題だな。
And I thought we could not recruit more members because we were not approved yet.
過去のデータから最終
So are we or are we not an official club?
選んでおきました。ひとまずこれだけいれば。
15 promising candidates.
必要なのは5人です。
You only need 5.
おいおい、確かにあと5人で試合ができる11人にはなるが、チームスポーツは補欠も必要だろうが。
今11人以上でチーム戦術を考える余裕はありません。
We can't end strategizing with more members. The bigger the team, the harder it gets to manage.
フットボールフロンティア1回戦は11人だけで乗り切ります。
Oh man, do you realize that every professional team has sub members?
マジかよ。
It's like they don't want you to work with more than up to 11 players for like game progression reasons, but
それに自分が欠けたら
they're
このチ
bending
ームは
over
終わるという
backwards now
危
to
機意
just
識こ
fight
そが
in the story.
練習への意欲を高めます。
どわプレッシャー大きすぎだって。
風邪もひけねえな。
わかりました。では部長には15人から5人を選んでいただきます。
部長？
あ、確かに。状況的に運命が部長ってことになるよな。
そうだな。依存はないぜ。
ああ。
では明日の放課後面接をしていただきますね。面接官は部長桜崎くん、木曽路くん、四川堂くんでお願いします。
面接とかやったことない。
Never interviewed anyone in my life.
安心してください。普通の面接ではありません。サッカー面接
で
です。
They're football interviews.
なるほど。
サッカー面接って。
This sounds like the kind of situation that Tomei would turn into a rock, paper, scissors battle in his head. Which just happened a lot so far.
そんな感じでしょうか。
その通り。サッカーのセンスとか思いとか同時にいろいろチェックできます。
わかりました。その辺の段取りは桃地さんに任せますね。
はい。
ではその前に鼓動会くんの問題を解決しておくとしますか。鼓動会くんはどこにいるだろう。校内を探してみるか。
My Discord is ringing. Where is support chat? Ah, the teacher has a Discord. If this was more realistic, I feel like you'd have to install whatever the equivalent of line or something is in this universe and open up that app just to talk to the teacher, because she does not have a Discord. You're curious to see how these interviews will pan out? I have heard of how it goes and I sadly have to say I've heard not too good things about that part of the game. But I don't think I'm making it to that part today anyway. This thing is close to ending. Teacher is cute, so she is very cute. I'm actually really considering making her the coach of my team whenever I'm able to do that. I'm pretty sure that like all the characters from this story mode that are locked into it until you clear the main story, then you can use them outside of it. Half of your art practice. I don't lose track of times on occasion, so especially when I'm playing IS on Dark Knights. I think last stream went like half an hour over the normal time to stream it. I'm also not sure of when or if I will stream IS 6 again. I actually haven't really touched that mode since I streamed it last time. And if I am to stream it again, it has to be like a full Saturday stream, the one that's less 1 hour longer. Because that mode is that time consuming. I can do a half and a half stream for Arcanites like I usually do for that mode. Also, we are in January 2026, so there are not many more opportunities to stream Arknights before Endfield comes out and everybody stops caring about the original Arknights. Kodokai is there, but we're not talking to him yet. Hi there.
言わなくてもわかる。お前、応援されたいんだろう。やら覇気にかける目をしているな。応援始め。
僕はこういう顔。
Your eyes are lacking spark? No, that's just how I look.
また応援が欲しくなったらいつでも声をかけろよ。
なんとかやり過ごせたか。
Oh, there is a lock icon in the side quest, so I guess I can't leave yet.
なんで来なかったんですか？
あ、笹波くん。ごめん。僕なんかがサッカー部に入っても、やっぱり迷惑がかかるだけなんだ。
サッカー部に入ってから、いじめっ子たちのいびりがひどくなったって聞いたけど。
それは慣れてるから平気なんだけど。
じゃあなんで？
みんな真剣だし、うまいし、僕なんかライカさんに憧れて入った不純な動機だし。
Everyone so serious and good at football and joined because I admire Raika. Feels like I don't belong in such a popular club.
今さら？
I wanted to use popular to describe it.
そもそも、小道会くんはなんで篠原先輩のファンになったの？
それは何でもできて、キラキラしてて、自信にあふれてて、
She's amazing at everything. She is decidedly not amazing at making perfects, Kamil.
自分もああなれたらいいなって。
You might be able to cook better than she does.
篠原先輩はなぜそんなすごい人になれたんでしょうか？
それは天才っていうか、僕なんかとは才能が違うっていうか。
それはどうかな？
え、違うの？
じゃあ行こう。篠原先輩の秘密を暴きに。小道会くんに篠原先輩の秘密を見せれば、きっと何かを感じるはずだ。
Her secret sounds like something Yumi already knows about, but I don't. I wish they had like another exit on the north side of the map, so I don't have to run all the way back to the south every time. Yoki making up for the last time she wasn't appearing. It's nice that your avatar shows up, but now I'm starting to wonder if you ever do anything other than just stand there. Like, you guys are looking for new club members. Do you know that that this young man over here is like level 99? I can head there, but oh, there is a lock because I have to play a match and I don't have my team with me now. Makes sense. That's the thing Alti had a match with. Shinami wants to be a nurse someday. I think that's one of the glasses. Yeah, that makes sense if you play the story mode first, so your avatar is like undeveloped, but not now. Not for me who's playing it after having a fully grown team.
あれはライカさん、こんな遅くに何を。
ボールコントロールの特訓ですよ。蹴ったボールがまっすぐに飛ばないらしいんです。
Oh shit, no struggle to kick straight. That's why her
生まれた時から何
his
でもで
stats
き
is
る
a
人なんてい
curvy
ません
shot.
よ。桜崎先輩や柳生先輩、木曽路たちと違って、
Which turns out is actually really good. I've read that that curving shot technique is actually meta.
こうやってボールコントロールの特訓をしているんです。
Because you can kick the ball, make it like go around your opponent's
きっとダンスだっ
defenders.
て同じです。最初はうまくできなかったんだと思うけど、先輩は人一倍努力して自分のものにする。そんなとてつもない上昇志向の持ち主なんです。
ライカさんが努力？
僕には篠原先輩のセンスとか才能とかはわからない。でもこれだけはわかる。あの人の本当にすごいところはここなんです。まっすぐに上を見て、一歩一歩坂を登っていく。それが篠原ライカ先輩です。
ライカさん、僕も一緒に特訓していいですか？
カメオいいよ、来な。
はい。
Oh, it's time for the
こん
interview.
なところでやるの？
あいつらが候補者か？
ではサッカー部入部希望者の皆さ
So
ん、
that's gonna be a lot to take in, and let me just say I'm
面接を始めます。
the surprisingly well-rounded way this game handles character moments has kind of surprised me.
部長と桜崎くんは
Like I've said before, it's taking a lot of time to get into proper physical gameplay, but you don't even notice it because the story is gripping enough.
わかった。
はい。
俺は？
I thought I'd have time to at least do that on side quest before this.
応援をお願いします。
候補者の皆さんには3つのグループに分かれて面接に挑んでもらいます。笹波くんは好きなグループから始めてくれ。
サッカー部を完成させるための5人、慎重に選ばないと。どのグループから行くか。
Which group to start with? And I still can't do that side quest to film the time that's left. Because I wanted to leave this for tomorrow, because I imagine that as you speak to them here, they will introduce every character. And it would be a bit weird to do that and then not do the proper interview, because the stream's gonna end. Find anime protagonists in possible mode. Yeah, they're all at least a bit wacky design-wise. So is there anything else I can do for a bit?
ちょうどいい。プール使用権をどうするか。
Let's share our thoughts on who gets to use the pool.
はい。
第三者の意見を聞かせてくれ。プールは水泳部が使うべきだよな。大会が近いんだ。この場所はいつだ。
くだらない部活の争いに僕を巻き込まないでください。
もう少し泳がせておいてやる。次はお前の意見に流されないからな。
You know what? Neither of you gets to use the pool.
絡まれやすいのか。
Because you keep fighting over it. So I'm leaving this for tomorrow, but this was a very advertised part of the game. Normally, a Inazuma 11 game will just give you a full thing and you can like recruit more people for it if you want. In this game, you only have the 6 main characters we currently have. And then to round off the 11 players, you pick, you're gonna pick 5 more from these characters. Also, the characters you don't choose from here will not be recruitable until after you end this story mode. Also, you go over there so you can be part of the candidates as well. How do you push on NPC? You can't. And was one other thing a bit contentious, which is that not all of them, most of these characters are voiced by West influencer voice actors. Actually, it was only supposed to be 10 characters to choose from, but because of the negative reception to the influencer guests, they added 5 more that are just voiced by professional voice actors. I can get a bit deeper into that tomorrow when we actually know these interviews. And the gist of it is that I think the company that makes this game saw the success of at least some Western games that have influencers or YouTubers and such appear on them as quests. So they try to do the same in this game. But turns out the Japanese audience is more like venerating of professional voice actors, so replacing their roles with influencers did not fly that well with them. I accidentally jumped when I was meant to pause again. But that's pretty much the time I end the stream anyway, so I'll just do that. After I find somebody to read the address. Is any English-speaking VTuber playing this? Actually, I think there is one. Just make sure he is speaking English, because sometimes there's an English title, but it's not an English-speaking person. Oh right, Mortal Kombat had like real life collabs, right? And I think I found who I'm gonna raid, so I'll end the stream now. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Johnny Forest Way, that's really nice. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Random DJ with his separate Sub-Zero skin, Megan Foxway Nitara. Also, that recent, not really recent, the latest Fatal Fury game had a random DJ as a full-on character, right? That was very strange. But yeah, time to end. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow and have a good night.